Let's turn to our NewsNation correspondent at large, Geraldo Rivera, now, as we watch this vigil. Boy, it's terrible, Geraldo, taking place in Athens, Georgia right now for this young woman, 22 years of age. Just your thoughts responding and following up on what the congressman's saying here.
Hey, Connell, good to join you under these very grim circumstances. She was a great young lady by all accounts. It is a tragedy. It's horrible what happened. I hope they throw the book at this murdering, maybe rapist. We don't know. It is something that should be. It's deplorable. I personally, I think that the emphasis on his immigration status removes the focus from where it should be. This was a brute who killed a wonderful young lady with her whole future in front of her. You know, his status to me is as relevant as if he were a black person or a Latino or a Jewish person or whatever. I think we should focus on his what he did, a horrible crime. The fact that he was here without proper documentation illegally is an aggravating factor. But it seems to me, even in the conversation you just had with Congressman Carter, that more emphasis was put on his immigration status than on the terrible crime that he committed. I mean, if you're gonna do that, then you have to also say in the next sentence, it seems to me, in fairness, that Stanford University in 2023 released 140 years of data that say concretely that undocumented immigrants commit fewer crimes than citizens do. I mean, so what's the relevance? I get it. It's a political issue.
Yes.
It's a terrible issue. And Biden has absolutely blown it. I want to be very clear about this. But I want people to understand what's happening here with this constant droning on about his status. You know, the crime, for instance, that the congressman mentioned, that he was endangering a minor. People immediately think that he's a child rapist.
Right.
He's a delivery boy in a scooter in New York City, and he had a 5-year-old kid on the scooter without a helmet. That's what he got cited for, and that's why he wasn't arrested, because of the relative minor nature of it.
You know,
but
there's
what
so
he
much
did was
emotion,
horrible.
though, Geraldo.
I think they.
You know, the way these things work right now, and you can understand how people look at immigration policy, to your point, as something that needs to be fixed. So it's going to, I understand the data on it. I've talked about it, and we've done stories on that in the past as well. But it's just tough for people to look at numbers like that in times like this, right?
I get it. It's terrible. And what happened, and why wasn't Biden at the border 3 years ago and 2 years ago and a year ago he did do a flyby. But this is an issue. It's a real issue. It's the drone footage is undeniable. There is the southern border has collapsed. There's no border. But when the congressman can simply put the fence up, simply do this, there's no simply. This is a very complicated problem. You have Venezuela collapsed. Venezuela, a country I know very well, my talk show used to air there, collapsed. 5 million Venezuelans were now free, fleeing hunger and oppression from a socialist communist government, that is the biggest difference now. The collapse, the civil collapse of these South American countries, particularly Venezuela. I mean, we have to get Mexico involved. Where the hell is Mexico? These people walk across Mexico. What is it? 1,200 miles they walk. Why don't the Mexicans stop them? Why don't they stop them at the Guatemalan border? This is something that Trump and Biden will both be at the border on Thursday.
Yes. Let's
see what they do. Why did the Republicans kill that bill? Because Trump said you're denying the Republicans of a good political issue if you don't, if you pass this bill that will help fix the border. I mean, it's baloney how they're politicizing this human tragedy. You know, Venezuela is second only to Syria in terms of its dysfunction and its collapse of its civic government. I mean, we need to understand what the hell is going on and work together. And I'm sick and tired of people politicizing this issue and even using the death, the murder, the brutal murder. This was a creep who deserves the full punishment of the United States criminal justice system for what he did allegedly to this poor woman. But when we muck it up with the politics of immigration and this and that, identity politics, I am very disturbed, because it's so much easier to do that to say, oh, if there was a better immigration, this wouldn't have happened. And this, to me, does a discredit to this poor child who was killed by this raping piece of crap.
Thanks so much for watching. Just go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.